consolidating ever since.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom bam boom.
Come on, guys, we're gonna be late for class.
Show opens November 1st. Before we go, I'd just like to share with you a couple of comments told to me by recently by some Chabot Theater alum. This is from Nathaniel Indalis, who went on to train at Pacific Conservatory of the Performing Arts after he left Chabot. In 2012, I was 26, working full-time retail and hadn't taken a college course in 8 years. I had 15 units of general ed and 3 units of theater arts. If it wasn't for that one theater class and the support I had from faculty and classmates, I would not have been set on the path I am currently on. I've been a working professional actor for 5 years. I toured the Bay Area playing Hamlet with San Francisco Shakespeare Festival in 2017, and I'm moving to New York in 2019. It's never too late to find out who you're supposed to become. And this from Felicia Vivanco, who went on to get her BA at Cal State East Bay and now is a K through 4th grade teacher in the Manteca school system. Chabot Theater has a place in my heart forever. We could be ourselves with no judgment, laugh, be creative, build each other up. And no matter where our lives have led us, I do believe we took away human goodness. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much for that presentation. And to know that that was written here at Chabot College makes it even more special. That was fantastic. Thank you, President Shirley. Okay, moving on the agenda to reports. Faculty Senate. Since Chabot is hosting tonight, let's let Chabot start first.
Greetings. The Chabot Academic Senate has been reviewing the Vision for Success document that was passed down. The Senate agrees with the goals of the document, but they've had a little bit of concern about some of the numbers basically coming forth. So we're kind of gathering some information from the divisional areas, getting a suggestion. So we're putting that together and we're submitting it to Dr. Sperling to move forward on the 26th. Additionally, the Academic Senate is going to be reviewing the Academic Senate Constitution, which hasn't been updated since 2003, so we're looking at that and moving that forward. And then we're also having Manufacturing Day here next week on Thursday, where we have about 300 to 400 high school students coming on board to kind of review the CTE programs here that are available, machine tool, welding, auto mechanics. And so if anyone would like to come and share in that, we'd be more than happy to welcome you. So that's pretty much it. So.
Very good, thank you. Positas College.
Sorry. Good evening, everybody. I'm just going to summarize some of the things we've talked about in Senate recently, and also some of the things that have passed the Senate. So we've had ongoing discussions about budget and how the new funding formula is going to affect our college, and we are continuing those discussions next week as well at our next Senate meeting. Like Chabot Senate, we're talking about the Vision for Success, and our discussion is going out to our divisions tomorrow to get faculty feedback on that. And again, of course, we will forward that to our president at some point. One of our committees that reports to us, our Faculty Hiring Prioritization Committee, has prioritized the request for new faculty for the next year. We know that doesn't necessarily mean hiring because we don't have that number yet, but we are discussing that, and we have the rankings from the faculty which go through Senate and eventually to the president. A few other things we're talking about, distance education courses and possibly changing the charge of our distance education committee for approving courses and also to require some training, but we know there are a lot of steps to take to get to that as well. At the last meeting, the Academic Senate was asked to provide funding for a program. One of our task force came to us to request funding, and it's not something we usually do. We don't have a huge budget. All of our funding comes from faculty donations, but it looks like our Senate would like to approve the funds that were requested, which are for Know Your Rights cards for undocumented students who may need them. They're provided by the ACLU, but there is a cost. So we're going to be contributing to that. We're also looking at the charge of the Professional Development Committee and possibly expanding the ability of the committee to cover part-time professional development. That's been an ongoing discussion. We have a division challenge underway in which, related to our fundraising, one division, the one that raised the most money proportionately, gets a scholarship named after it. And another major thing that we spend our money on is scholarships for students. So last year we gave 4 scholarships for students. One other thing I want to mention is both Mona and I attended the Area B meeting on Friday, in which we looked at resolutions that the Academic Senate is considering for its plenary session. There were many of them, and a lot of them related to the new funding model and how that will be integrated, and things like Vision for Success and how that will be integrated. A few things that we've approved since the last time I spoke. We have identified and approved a campus contact for online educational resources, okay? And that person is Lindale Gardner. So she has agreed to do that for our Senate. We've endorsed the Fire Academy proposal at the last meeting. And we also endorsed a policy that this board adopted about academic renewal. And that concludes my report. Oh, I would like to thank our interim chancellor for coming to Las Positas College to speak at our town meeting too. It was nice to see you in that environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Classified Senate, we'll start with Chabot.
Good evening. I just have 3 items I wanted to report on this evening. So, out of the Chancellor's Council, we formed a work group to review and propose revisions to our board policies and our administrative procedure related to faculty, staff, and student participation and shared governance. The work group is made up of the presidents of all the senates of the district, so LPC, Academic Senate, Classified Senate, and Student Senate, same for Chabot, and the district Classified Senate. We had our first meeting in late September, and our aim ultimately, at least I think it is, is to have a new board policy and administrative procedure in place by the end of this academic year. Last board meeting, I mentioned that we were hoping to send 2 members of the Classified Senate to the statewide Classified Senate gathering that was taking place in Saratoga, which occurred last Friday. We were actually able to send 5 members, which was really great. Some of the discussion topics that were covered throughout the day included Assembly Bill 705, guided pathways, the new funding formula, and working collaboratively with other representative groups. And lastly, I just wanted to give you a heads up about some of the items that we're going to be discussing in this coming Classified Senate meeting here at Chabot College. It's going to take place in the boardroom at noon. Some of the topics we're going to be discussing and taking action on include program review, the draft resolution on Vision for Success goals, which both Melissa and Mon have already mentioned, the new district-wide funding formula committee. A proposal is coming to us for placing a labyrinth potentially here on the college campus, and we're also going to be discussing and planning some of the charity work that the Classified Senate wants to do this season. Thank you.
Great report. Thank you very much. Las Positas? District? Rachel?
I'm SCIU. I think the other students. Students.
Thank you. President of Student Senates, start with Chabot.
All right. Just a couple of, just a summary about some of the stuff we've been up to. Last Monday, we hosted the first of our Step Up, Speak Up Town Hall events. It was Monday, October 8th, and with the help of our advisors, we invited several officials who are currently running for office in our area. In attendance was Aisha Wahab and Sarah Lamin. Students got a chance to speak with their potential representatives. They were also provided with an opportunity to register to vote on November 6th. That being done, the focus though was on the AC Transit Board meeting, which was a couple of days following that Wednesday. And with the help of our entire team, we were able to organize several students, senators, and our friends to present data collected by the Office of Institutional Research here at Chabot. The data was supported by testimonials to follow by senators who have been affected by the removal of bus line 22, as well as strong comments supported by our staff and administration here at Chabot. I want to say that the board meeting and our attendance there was very successful. I think we got a very strong reaction, and more updates are to come with that. And other events we've been involved in, there was multiple senators involved in participation with an event organized by Change It Now. It was an event aimed to reach out to high school students in transition to colleges, hopefully Chabot College. Multiple senators shared like a musical piece and workshops with topics such as like domestic violence. We have been working with HARD to further our progress in our community garden project in South Hayward. The South Hayward Community Garden site is just down the road from Tennyson High, which is where I graduated from. We've also been working, and I want to thank Lila and her team at the LPCSG for working closely with us on specific issues. I want to say one of the ones that we are in unity with most unity is the parking issue, shared by both campuses, not just students, but everybody on campus is dealing with the parking issue. Also other shared struggles that we as students in the institutions of higher learning face. We had a retreat on Friday, worked together, had a really good environment, discussed many issues, and with your permission, Lila and I would like to come to the front and present to you, kind of show off a little bit of work that we did. We worked on a little banner, and with your permission, we'd like to kind of just show it off to you. Is that all right?
Sure.
The intentions of this banner, hopefully to get this copy printed out and hung up somewhere on each campus, showing all efforts to work in unity. There was no particular direction to this banner. We were just all circled around in a table. I would also like to show the crowd around here,
Keep an eye out.
That's all for my report. Thank you.
Does that conclude your report, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. Positas.
All right, good evening, everyone. So, Las Positas College Student Government has been very busy this whole month. Right now, we're in the middle of the Undocumented Student Week of Action. It's been very successful. The whole aim of it was just to educate students on the different programs we have, even if they may not necessarily be undocumented. And there's been a widespread of student support and people signing up to be allies and just interested in general. And that's going on until Thursday. Going on to next month, we have Homelessness and Hunger Awareness Week. And with the kind of momentum we've been gaining with the student body, I think that will also be a very good event as well. Today we also had the market. What else do we have planned? We are planning a tailgate November 9th for the Chabot versus Las Positas soccer game, and we hope to see some members coming. But we've already kind of talked to the soccer team, and they're all very excited that we're going to be throwing an event for them, and a lot of students are very interested as well. We're in the middle of arranging the next meeting date for the LPC and Chabot Unity Project, which will also be around the beginning of November, tentatively. And then we have elections on our bylaws and constitution. I think I mentioned this before, where we're just making sure those two items align, and also a smoke-free initiative on campus. Also, our student senate has been very active. We just voted on three task forces that senators were just interested in starting up on campus. These include Student Spirit, Compost and Recycling, and Equality and Safety Task Force. So, yeah, and as Lorenzo had mentioned, our meeting on Friday was very, I think the best word for it is productive. We kind of aligned our values, talked about the different things and the different ways that we can help both of our student bodies. So we're very excited to see what we'll produce. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, the term unity, this is exciting, and glad to see you guys working so close together and enjoying yourselves as well. Thanks for your reports. Rachel, do you have a report?
We're off to a good start with negotiations, and we just had our opening session recently. I think we've kind of framed what we're doing based on our monthly labor management meetings. That's helped us process issues that we've been dealing with. And I just wanted to say that I appreciate that the people that we meet with across the table for labor management keep our issues confidential. I attended, along with Kay Metcalf, as delegates for our chapter, Chabot Positas, the SEIU Local 10-to-1 convention a few weeks ago. And I have to say that, like, right now, I'm really proud to be part of the labor movement. We, along with 600 other delegates, we voted on the direction of the local, and it was really exciting. We listened to keynotes by the Reverend Dr. Barber of the Poor People's Campaign and Mary Ann Henry, who's president of the SEIU International Union. And it was just really, really inspiring. The work that the local is doing really supports the work that we do with our students, supporting undocumented, supporting fair wages to make sure that people are able to live where they work. They're really important issues. So it was really nice to be a part of that. And I attended the Chabot Foundation Gala last week, and that was actually really, really nice. And I'm thankful for the invitation, and it was just nice to be surrounded by people that supported what we do at the district, supporting our student initiatives. It was a nice time. It's my report.
Thank you. Good report. Dave, do you have any report you'd like to give?
Yes. So the FA is looking forward to resuming negotiations with the district in the coming weeks. We have been meeting with our negotiating team just to come up with our prioritizations of what are the most important things to get done in the short term. Since the vision for success has been such a hot topic of discussion, I thought I would ring the bell one more time that unless we're able to correct the serious flaws in the funding formula, the vision for success will be, for districts like ours, something of an exercise in futility. So to that end, I've noticed that in the trailer bill language for the funding formula, there is an oversight committee that is going to have 12 members, 4 each appointed by the Senate and the Assembly and the Governor's Office. Let's just say that I am very willing to serve on this committee if I can finagle an appointment to it. So I just wanted to let you guys know, so that in case there's anything you guys can do to help facilitate that, I would be most honored to serve on it if I get a chance, because I have a few things to say about it. That's my report.
Okay. Thank you, Dave. We'll see what finagling we can do. Okay. Moving to President's report. We'll start with our host, Chabot College.
Thank you. I'll make it very brief. I want to congratulate student leadership on their presentation to the AC Transit Board. It was really a very proud moment in which they based their most collegial and articulate comments on very fine data that they had worked on collaboratively with our institutional research office. Really important, and we're very much hoping to hear back positively from AC Transit. Nursing graduates, once again, had a nearly 100% board passage rate. The only reason I have to say nearly is because I don't remember the reason specifically, maybe somebody else here does, but one student had to delay taking the exam. But otherwise, it's 100%, once again. And finally, I want to congratulate Dr. Thompson, VP Thompson, on her award, and to say how much she has brought us in her leadership here at Chabot College over these last years, myriad ways in which she has developed us, and to express our deep appreciation for that, and again, congratulations, much deserved. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting this evening. President LPC.
And I would like to echo that. Congratulations. I'm just delighted to see you receive something that I know is well deserved. So thank you for your contributions, not only on campus, but off campus as well. The Las Positas connection is in your folder, so there's lots to look at and some things to sort of bust our buttons about, and just in terms of some progress that we've made in regards to the number of degrees and the transferring that we're doing, and knowing that those are important to our future in terms of what we do with the funding formula and the measures that we're going to have to meet to help our income as it begins to change. But you'll also see a picture of our interim chancellor and his visit, and some things that we're doing on campus, particularly in our veterans program, and we're looking forward to a Veterans Day celebration as well. And usually our Veterans Day celebration includes a landing of some sort of vehicle, so you're welcome to come. You'll hear more about that in the regular report out of the events that are happening on campus. And I would also like to mention that, now it's not in writing quite yet, but we received word on Friday that the State Fire Marshal Training Committee has voted to approve the Las Positas College application to become an accredited State Fire Marshal Academy. So we are now an accredited academy for our fire program and accredited for our paramedic program. So we're very excited. So you'll be hearing more about that in the days to come. So I will also keep my report short, and you're sure welcome to read our newsletter. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Chancellor, report.
Mr. President, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen, I did have two wonderful visits at each campus. It reminded me of why I first got in this business, and I'd love to go back to them. It's great to be around faculty to see the magic that occurs. And candidly, the best highlight that I've had in board meetings here was the performance tonight. I loved it. If I had guts, I'd start singing from the rock opera Hair, but I don't.
Fantastic. Do we have any recognitions? Okay. There aren't any board reports. Right? Do we have any board reports here?
Good way to say it.
Student reports, okay. I'd like to go first. Let's let Chabot go first.
Okay.
Hosting.
All right, sure. It's just a really quick report. Two things. One, I have been attending the Guided Pathways Steering Committee, and a lot of its priorities are the same things that are rewarded by the new budget formula. So I would just like to say that I'm trying to improve and help some of these things along so that our school not be as heavily impacted by the negative effects of the budget formula, but I do not know how much we can change things in a short time before before it takes effect. And we have some representatives attending the SSCCC statewide conference this next weekend. And at it, we will be voting on a large number of resolutions that are shared by all community colleges in the state. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Good report. And another short report.
Yes, it is short indeed, but very exciting. I just wanted to share that I got the opportunity of attending this past Saturday a conference called Lean In Latinas, and it was an amazing opportunity. I had the wonderful time and opportunity to see our own Giselle Nunez there as one of the main panelists and speakers at the conference. And it was just great to see so many amazing Latina women role models in all different fields of work, from tech to business to the medical field and the arts. It was just a great opportunity that we got thanks to our program coordinator, Patricia Molina, who is the coordinator for a new group on campus called Luna, which I am a part of. So it was just great to go out there and represent. They actually introduced us to the conference as a group, and they said, you know, say hi to these Chabot students, and it was just really exciting to network with such amazing women. Additionally, as Trustee Culbertson mentioned, a lot of our senators will be attending General Assembly in about a week. So it's a great opportunity. Around 110 colleges from all over the state go and vote on statewide resolutions. We started to work, each senator has assigned around 9 resolutions to go over, because there's around 130 resolutions that students will be voting on throughout a weekend. So that's just really exciting, and our students will be taking a part of that as well. Thank you.
Great report. Thank you. Nice and short. Great. It was good seeing you at the gala too. Great speaking. Great speaking at the gala. Silva, did you have anything you want to say? Okay. So folks, and our next meeting is not until the 13th of November. Want to wish you all a happy Halloween. On the 1st of November, I'm finally going to get that eye surgery. I've been in the queue for in line, so that Thursday and then Friday, then recuperating Saturday and Sunday. So those of you that I haven't seen, I have some eyeballs up here so that you can keep an eye out for me if you'd like. And with that, wish you all a happy Halloween. See you at Los Positas College. They are kindly hosting us on the 13th of November.
And move for adjournment.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Go Warriors.